Right. Hello, happy witching hour. So, this won't take long. I wanted to come and talk to y'all real quick about something that I've been noticing and seeing, and what spirit has been kind of exposing people for and busting people out for. And this is people that decide to go to either a witch or either a coven to get work done on your family members. Okay. So I want to talk about that. This is High Priestess Jamila. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button and make sure that y'all hit the thumbs up. Okay. So here's the scenario. For whatever reason, you'll decide, I want to control the narrative of either my daughter, my sister, my ex. And you guys will go and you'll decide, I want to do breakup work on this person and their partner for whatever reason. Now, first of all, a lot of you guys may have valid reasons why you want to do breakup work. Maybe the man is abusive. Maybe he's physically violent. Okay. Maybe he could be mentally abusive or verbally abusive. Okay. But what I have found is that people will do that, but they will also go to spiritualists to break up their family member or their relatives just for the hell of it. Just because you don't like him or you don't like her, or you may be a person that has an opinion that, relationships are bad, or maybe you just want to control the narrative of that person's life, or maybe you, oh, it was one other thing I was thinking of. Maybe you want to get back at them for something. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Okay. Stop going to spiritualists and witches that are unethical to get them to do work on your family members. Now, a lot of the times, if a woman or a man loves a woman and you tell them over and over again, don't see this person, I don't think you should see this person, a lot of times that will take on an opposite effect of what you want, and that will make a person want that person more. But you realize the host of problems that you can create going to a person that you barely know, or you may even know them to get breakup work. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, breakup work can be, that's a curse that you're putting on them. Okay. And a lot of people say, well, I don't want her with him because he ain't right. But you just decided that, I guess, because you loved a person, that you're going to curse them and make their situation worse. Hey, Jen. Yeah, I'm up. It's Saturday. I was actually getting ready to watch this movie in a few called Down in a Hole or something. I was actually getting ready to watch that movie. But I wanted to come and speak about this because whenever you do any kind of breakup work, you're basically cursing them. You're cursing that person. Do you know that a lot of spiritualists and practitioners, they want to do the fastest, easiest thing that they can, and they will put all of this negative energy into the work. They don't think about your family member. They don't think about how this can actually affect them. They don't care. And if you go and complain to them and say, well, damn, let's say, for example, you may not like this man, or he may be kind of cuckoo. He might be kind of cuckoo. He might be kind of controlling, and then now you're going to get spirits put on this man, and now he been and hollowed off and smacked her. Okay, you're going to make the problem worse because all kinds of spirits, listen, different spiritualists work differently. They don't love or care about your family member like you might care about them. And it just makes the problem worse. Now, I am of an opinion that if you are a family member or a relative of a person and you just want to break them up with everybody, that you may have some kind of mental problem or something, okay? Maybe you may have a spirit on you that you need to get removed. But you have to consider what you're doing and you're making the issue worse. A lot of these witches and spiritualists, they're not going to protect you from any negative karma. That's not their job. Their job is to do what you paid them to do. So, for example, if you do some breakup work on this person and he ends up blowing her brains out or something, which I've seen that happen so many times. Just go and watch that show Snapped. Not every case on there has to do with baneful magic, but a lot of them do. And a lot of them don't care about your relative. Not to mention the fact that when you start to do breakup work, you start to affect a person on a physiological way. You start to affect their body. You start to put stress on the heart. You put stress on the brain, and you're causing all kinds of curses. I don't know how many times I have seen breakup work done where the intent was specifically to break people up, and people started having health problems that affected the children and everything. Whenever you're doing any kind of breakup work, you have to be careful when you are doing any kind of breakup work. The important aspects of breakup work is dominating and controlling the situation. When we see spiritualists doing breakup work, it's always going to be a negative situation. It's going to be a negative situation to where he may they may cuss each other out. I mean, all kinds of disgusting negative things can happen in the midst of breakup work. And I've seen it happen. I have had it happen to me years ago. I've had somebody do breakup work on me and an ex fella that I was dealing with, and all kinds of drama and craziness came with it, and it ruined my life. Some of these people are working with very, very dangerous and malevolent spirits. And so you got to think before you do that, and please believe that that karma will come back on you. Eventually you're going to have to pay a karmic debt for that. Eventually. Okay, especially when, now I can see if it's your ex and they done got with somebody else, and you want that person back. That's something altogether different. That's a totally different situation because you're dealing with a love triangle. But also, even if you're doing that, you still have to be careful with who you go to. Because a lot of these spiritualists, they don't care. They're not being specific on how the situation is going to happen. They're not bothering to put any protection around the two people. It's just all negative, 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 baneful magic. And then some of them are connected and tied with covens. And the next thing especially if she has done something to protect the situation, or either she may be going to a witch. Next thing you know, she's like, somebody did a breakup working on us because this don't seem right. She goes to a witch and has it reversed, and the next thing you know, that negative energy is reversed and sent back to the practitioner, and the practitioner is going to send it to you. You have to think about what you're doing before you do it. Not to mention, if the witch or the coven gets pissed, the next thing you know, they playing ping pong with your relative. A lot of witches and spiritualists are very ethical. There are a lot of witches that if you contact them with some crap, they like, you better get off of my phone because I don't want nothing to do with whatever you're talking about. But there are some of them, they'll just take the money. They'll just take the money and they'll do the work. And then the next thing you know, they're not breaking up. They're together, but they're fighting all the time. Okay. Or he's beating her or she's beating him. Now you've created a violent situation. And you can't possibly claim to care about a person that you are doing that to. You are supposed to let that relationship run its course. You can't sit here and say, oh, I think he's going to kill her. Or I think you're just cursing that person. You can't just sit up there and, well, so and so killed somebody and this happened and he looked kind of like him and he was that doesn't mean anything. You're going to make the situation worse and you're going to put your relative in a tough situation. Now, also another thing that I was getting ready to touch on is the fact that a breakup working is factually a curse. The way that it is performed by most spiritualists is that it acts as a curse, which means that every aspect of their lives is going to be affected, including their finances, including their health, their mental and physical state of being. Because, like I said, a lot of witches and spiritualists, they just want to see manifestation. They don't care about how it's really actually affecting the person. The next thing you know, your relative is in a friggin' spiritual war with this person that you don't even barely know. You don't know this person. You got to be careful when you are entrusting people with the people that you care about. Some of y'all will go to these spiritualists and have them do work on your man, and I don't see how y'all do it. If I felt like I needed to do work on a man, I'm going to do it my damn self. I would still need to have somebody that's trustworthy, because what they can do is a lot of spiritualists are really, really good at certain things, but they're not good at curse removals. They're not good at dealing with negative spirits, or they may not have an understanding of what's happening. And the next thing you know, your situation is worse. Okay. And, I think people need to start thinking before they're doing things. And it would be nice if we had more spiritualists out there that were much more ethical, but a lot of them are very unethical and they don't give a damn. You contact them and say, oh my God, I came to you to get a breakup spell and he shot her. And that spiritualist is going to be like, well, that ain't my fault. He was crazy. But how do you really know that that wouldn't have happened had you not done that? I have seen the work. I have heard from women that have said, he just threatened to do this or he just threatened to do that. And we done already threw the cards, and we done seen the death card. We done seen the page of pentacles or the page of swords inverted, from where we've confirmed that somebody went and paid somebody to do that work. And now this man is possessed and a totally different person. Okay. And most of the time, a lot of times when people are doing that, they're not even doing that because they care. They're doing that because they want to control somebody. Okay. Now, the only time I will do work that involves family is if your family member is attacking you spiritually, or if something is going on. But as far as you contacting me, being able to, I want you to break her up from him because he an asshole. Well, guess what? You're getting ready to make him even more of an asshole. And then you're going to sit around, on your high horse saying, oh, she dumb because she's staying with him anyway. Well, maybe she's staying with him because she loves him. Maybe that's why she's still with him. Maybe it's none of your business who they're with. You ever think about that? Stop going to these people, because you know what? I know for a fact that a lot of those people that are doing that kind of crap are going to end up with negative karma on them. Okay? They're going to end up with negative karma on them. But you doing that, even though it's a third party doing the work for you, you still end up with the negative karma from doing things like that. So you need to think about that before you do it, and let the situation alone. I done seen so many cases of tragedy, and I'll be sitting there looking, and I'll look real close, and I'll see a damn spirit right there. I'm like, I can see a spirit right there hovering over the body, and it don't be the spirit of that person. It don't even be the spirit of that person. It be some other spirit or entity or something. And these people will conjure all kinds of stuff. So that's what I was going to talk about in my earlier video, was like conjure. To me, what conjure is when you conjure up a spirit. Okay, when you're dealing with an actual spirit of something, whether or not it's good, bad, or indifferent. Everybody wants to make things happen real fast, but it's a train wreck. It ends up being a train wreck, and you ruining people's lives. Then you wonder why you have so many troubles and problems in your life. Stop doing that. And don't do things just because you can. I don't understand people that do that. They do things just because they have the option of doing it. Doesn't mean that you should be doing that. Okay, you never know what these folks are up to or what they will do, and a lot of them are crooks. They don't care. And you think they care about the well-being of your family member? No, they don't. They have no empathy whatsoever. If you're a mother of, and I've seen plenty of controlling mothers try to go and break up their daughters from their husband, and will sit back and watch all this tragedy happen and pretend like they didn't know where it came from, knowing that they done went to a practitioner and done paid them to do some work. And then they'll sit up there and say, I love my child. No, you don't. First of all, you don't even have any respect enough to let them live their own life. And I just don't believe in that, but I can tell you that there's karma that is involved with that. There's really negative karma that's involved with that. You need to leave people alone. Okay? Leave it alone. Mind your business. Do not send things to people thinking that you're helping them out. Because, like I said, even if you try your hardest and you tell spirit, you say, I need you to break them up because, and I want you to protect so and so. It's unpredictable. It can be very unpredictable. And ain't nothing like doing your own work. I mean, if you're doing your own work, you're able to monitor the situation. But if you just send energy out there, you don't know what the hell could be happening. And I believe in karma. And I don't care how many of these lower level entities and demons tell you, well, it don't matter because so and so and so. There is always a hierarchy. There is always going to be a higher deity or being or demon that is going to regulate that situation. And here's another thing. For some reason, a lot of y'all assume that your relative has no intuition. Y'all assume that they stupid, and you assume that they're not going to figure out what's happening. You assume they're not going to figure it out. You assume that they're just going to go and say, oh, well, la-di-da. You assume that, but a lot of them don't. They'll go to a spiritualist and say, hey, can you see if something happened? Because I think somebody did some kind of breakup destruction candle. Next thing you know, they may break up, but then he may start stalking her. Or even worse, kill her. Now, I guess if she dead, she can't date nobody, huh? Now you ain't got to worry about it if she dead. But a lot of these women are going to spiritualists and they're asking for readings and they don't even tell you nothing about it. They'll say, "Can you tell me what happened with this?" And I'll look right in and it'll just be staring you right at the face. Somebody did a breakup spell. It's right there, all out there in front of them. They'll be like, "I knew it. I knew somebody did that. I knew that that's what happened. I just needed confirmation." Next thing you know, they reverse it. That destructive energy goes back to the witch, right? That energy goes back to that witch, and now that witch might be pissed off at you and send it to you. Or worse, there ends up being a spiritual warfare that can last for years because most of these spiritualists have no idea how to do a damn cleanse. Most of them have no idea about proper cleanses. Simple. Any kind of spirit, malevolent spirit, intranquil spirit, all of those spirits can be cleared up with a cleansing candle. They don't know about cleanses. They don't know how to do a cleanse. A proper cleanse is going to involve fire, a candle, either a 7 or a 14-day candle. There's no way around it. Many of them will say, oh, just take a bath in these herbs and you be all right. No, You need to do cleanses like you would do anything else, just like even if you would do a healing, just like even if you would do a love reunion. It needs to be a candle, a fixed and consecrated candle so that you can cleanse. Now, some of them do know about that and they do regular cleanses on themselves. I know I'm about to get back in the habit of cleansing myself once a week because I used to do it once a week. I'm going to get back in the habit of doing that today, actually, to where I'll be cleansing myself once a week. But you need to think. You need to. Here's the thing: you can't just use witchcraft to control somebody. That's what I've been talking about. It's a lot of people that want to control the narrative of other people's lives, and they want to puppeteer people, and they think it's cute. You're not gonna think it's cute when you start getting that karma back on you. And this is energy that you're creating. You're creating that energy. If you create some negative energy for someone else, who in the hell else is responsible for it? You the one that created that negative energy with that spiritualist or that witch. So stop going to them like that. And then what ends up starting to happen, because they don't really have their spirits in check, the other person starts getting fed on, and because they don't really know how to clear out those astral doors. They don't know nothing about that. They just know about making something happen. The actual therapeutic positive side of witchcraft, they have no idea about. Oh, I heard this person is good with breakup work. Well, yeah, they good with destruction, but they can ready to ruin your life, her life, the lives of the children, everybody involved. You got to think before you go and do things. The worst sin is desiring something that you want. You want a result, but you don't want the consequences of that action. And if you feel the need to control somebody to that capacity, then you probably need a cleanse. You probably need to cleanse yourself. Because what would drive you to be so obsessive about that situation to where you would need to be going and getting work done? Okay, breakup spells can be reversed, breakup jars, breakup poppets, all of that stuff can be disabled. Trust me, a lot of the spiritualists out here that are doing reversals for people, they have all bases covered. Any and all poppet dolls, any and all breakup jars, hoodoo jars, coffin spell. It's very thorough when they are reversing these magics. And ultimately, it's not going to fall onto the spiritualists a lot of the times. You paid for the work. It's actually your responsibility as the client, not the witches. You People be trying to act like, listen, everybody ain't like me. I'm not gonna try to talk good, I'm gonna try to talk good sense into you. A lot of other spiritualists ain't gonna do that. You gonna contact them, I want you to do this. And they not gonna question it. They gonna say, okay, this is how much I'm gonna charge you, send me the money and I'll get it done. And they'll get it done. But at the end of the day, you can't sit up here and say, well, they shouldn't have did that and that spiritualist shouldn't have done that. No, you are the one that paid for that work. So you're the one that's going to be responsible for it. Okay, all that drama and craziness, it stops with you as the client. And a lot of people are generationally cursed. Like if grandma is single, mama's single, the auntie's single, everybody's single, and you looking at this person and they got a man, they're like, well, she need to be single too. You need to be paying to get that generational curse removed from you, not a breakup spell. So I don't have people contacting me about that kind of crap. I don't have people contacting me about that kind of crap because they know better. They know not to even contact me with that craziness because I think it's crazy. I think too many people are too far stuck up other people's drawers. Get out of other people's panties. Good Lord. Stop going it because what you're going to do is make their situation worse. You're going to create so many problems in their lives, you know, including but not limited to murder and rape and violation and all kind of negative stuff popping off. Okay, just to let y'all know, man, because I've been seeing it way too much, and like I've seen it at least 8 times this year. Either somebody in the family, in particular mother or father, or either an ex paying for breakup work. Okay, that's at the bottom, but it's mainly mother, father, sister. Why are you doing that? And then we'll turn around and say, I love my sister or I love my daughter. No, you don't. You don't love them. Because if you love them, you wouldn't be paying to curse them. You pay for breakup work on a family member or a relative. You are basically paying for them to be cursed. That's what you're doing. When you could have just let the relationship run its course and walked away. I don't placate people's mental illnesses and problems and stuff. I don't do that at my company. I don't placate mentally ill people at my company. So don't even think you can ever come to me and ask me for that crap. And there is nobody in this world that is supposed to just take your negative shit. There it ain't like, oh well, it's okay. I'll just do whatever I want, just put it all off on this other person over there. No, that's not the way that it works. Let's stop looking at the world the way we want to see it and look at it for what it is. That's never how it works. You are responsible for the negative energy that you create. Period. All right, y'all. Now I'm gonna go. I'm sorry that this turned into a rant. It's just really irritating me to hear all these women contact me and say, you know what? I had I was with somebody and we broke up in July or we broke up in March of this year. And ever since then, I've been having this problem, that problem, health problems, anxiety. I can't sleep. And I'll look at the cards and I'll see some damn breakup work. I'll see because I can see the ritual. I'll be like, well, this person didn't curse you. Well, actually, they did. I won't, and I'll ask spirit, did this person curse this person's money? Nope. All they did was breakup work, separation magic, and it cursed their whole life. And it's nothing more irritating than having to do a reversal and then you gotta come back damn 90 days later, get a follow-up reversal because somebody is now sending energy back and forth and spirits back and forth. That's the most irritating thing ever. When we send back curses, we send them back to the sender and the person that paid for it. And this is serious. And it ain't like it's not a fantasy. Oh, well, we can just do this and do that. No, you can't. You can't just do this and do that. It is what it is. You send somebody negative energy, you get the shit back. What do you want? Everybody always telling these lies and these damn tall tales. You get it, you send it out, you get it back. Oh, well, I can just have you walk around in a circle 10 times and you'll be okay. No, no, no. It does not work that way. All right. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say because I'm tired of seeing it. I have to totally rebuild people's lives because of the shit that y'all doing. Like, I have to literally totally rebuild people's lives from the ground up. I got a client right now that I'm about to send her protection poppet to her because her mother went and paid for breakup work. That was the problem. And the problem got bigger and bigger, and it had a totally negative domino effect on her life. And she's just now building her life back up to where she wants it to be. And then y'all wonder, why won't that person won't talk to me? I wouldn't talk to you either. Well, if they the practitioner, they so what? So what? They're smart and you're stupid? No, that's not how it works. When you pay for something, you get what you pay for. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, that was pretty much what I wanted to say. I'm glad I don't never have nobody like that that comes to me. The people that come to me, they come to get the shit removed from them. They don't come to me with that crap because they already know I'm way too ethical for that crap. It's so stupid. Like I just don't get it. And then y'all say, well, it's the spiritualist's fault. No, it's your fault because you're the one that went to them and paid for that work. And you're doing this crap to your own people, causing suffering and pain to your own people all the time. I done seen people killed because of some of the breakup work that y'all done went and paid for. And you know what you do? You go to their funeral and you cry and you fake because you're the one that set it up that way. Well, I didn't pay for him to kill her. Yeah, but that is the side effect of the destruction magic that was sent to her. And everybody ain't sitting around like me. I do this all the time. People get blindsided by that shit. They're just living life. I get paid to sit here and think about this shit all the time. I get paid to watch. Hey, Shamika, I get paid to look and watch the shit and monitor the shit. And I'm tired of these stupid ass spirits that are conjured with an intent and trained and programmed to kill love. I can't stand that. Anyway, I was about to go, Shamika. Thank you for coming, sweetie. I gotta go. I gotta go. Y'all have a good night. Okay. Have a good witching hour. I'll see y'all later. Blessings.